Modern Warfare 2. This is probably going to be the Call of Duty game we're going to play for the next 2 years. And, it's been interesting so far. We've had very little official information, but a ton of leaks leaking absolutely everything for this game, which is insane that that's happened. And the reason we're talking about all this here today is because I want to talk about expectations for this game. And I'd love to hear your guys' expectations for this game. So go ahead and head down to the comment section and share yours. But for me, throughout this video, I'm going to be sharing what I expect out of this game. And how I'll do this is just kind of go mode by mode and then ending off talking about my overall expectations for the entirety of Modern Warfare 2. And to not waste any more time, I think let's get right into the expectations for the multiplayer mode. So what I expect out of the multiplayer mode inside this game is just more of Modern Warfare 2019. And the reason I think this is because Modern Warfare 2019 was incredibly successful. As much as I had some major issues with that multiplayer, at the end of the day, it was still incredibly popular, and because of that, I don't imagine them making too many changes from that. Like, they've seen what works, and they're probably just going to stick to that. And that's going to be great for the people who like that style of multiplayer, but as someone who absolutely hated the minimap decisions, the overly loud footsteps, the terrible map design, and just all the other things that I didn't really like all that much, it's not good news for me, and I can't imagine that I'll play it too much if it really is just more of Modern Warfare 2019. And I'd hate to keep us on this low note, so let's talk about a mode that I actually have really high expectations for, and what that is the not so secretive DMZ mode. Yes, this mode has been something that's been so secretive, no official information about it at all, but it has been leaked a ton, so we do know it's real. But for the people who don't know what this is, to quickly summarize it, is that it's supposed to be like Escape from Tarkov, except coming to Call of Duty, so it's probably going to be dumbed down in some areas because that is a really hardcore game. But if you guys want to know more about Tarkov and how it's probably going to be transformed in DMZ, I actually made a full video on that I'll link on screen now. But regardless though, I'm actually really excited for this, and the reason for this is because when Call of Duty goes and, let's be honest, steals other games' ideas, a lot of the time they do it actually really well. I mean, I think of Zombies, which you could argue was stolen or not, but then you also have Warzone. Like, those two game modes were not like how you play traditional Call of Duty. Call of Duty wasn't Zombies and wasn't Warzone, but when it was added in, those became a part of the identity because they were done so freaking well. And because of that, I also have high expectations for DMZ, kind of bringing that Tarkov style game into Call of Duty, and because of that, I'm really excited for this. So I actually forgot this was going to be in the game until recently, but Spec Ops, that's going to be a mode in here, and I don't even have expectations for Spec Ops, honestly. Like, I'm just going to tell you guys, dude, Infinity Ward, actually. Why do you keep trying? Like, it hasn't worked in so long. You've tried Spec Ops so many times and nobody plays it. It's terrible. It's not good. Quit trying. You're not going to figure it out. It's not going to be this time for sure. It's not happening. It was terrible in Ghost. It was terrible in especially Modern Warfare 2019. And let's be honest, it actually was never really that good. I know some people who have their rose-tinted nostalgia glasses on looking at Modern Warfare 3's Spec Ops mode, but let's be honest, all those things weren't really that good. They were nowhere near Zombies, and they were nowhere near any mode we've ever had in Call of Duty. It's just a waste of time. Just stop making it at this point. But now for the thing that no one cares about, this of course being campaign. Honestly, I don't really know too much to expect from this, but overall I don't think I have high expectations for this campaign. My reason for this is because one of the lead, if not the lead writer, actually left Infinity Ward, and he was actually a pretty good writer. He worked at Naughty Dog before this, obviously worked on all the Uncharted games, if I'm not mistaken. So, he was a really good writer, but he's gone now, so that's not the greatest thing in the world for Infinity Ward. But to be fair, it could turn out that the guy they replace him with is actually really good, and it's great and all that, and that's great if that's the case. But another reason I still would wouldn't have high expectations for this is because I hated the Modern Warfare 2019's campaign. I know people liked it, but no, it's actually terrible, terrible story, horrible stuff, like just committing war crimes except trying to make them look cool. How is that good? I don't really understand all that much, but regardless though, if I'm being honest, I just never really have high expectations for campaigns, so if I'm being honest, I was never going to have expectations for any campaign, not just this one. Now, I'm not sure if I should be mentioning Warzone here, but I guess I am, even though I don't know if it should count as a part of this game, but Warzone 2, yeah, that's a thing that's going to be happening, and my expectations for Warzone 2 is that it's going to be kind of just returning to how Warzone was at launch of the OG Warzone, and the reason I think that is because I'm pretty sure Warzone 2 is being developed by Infinity Ward, and since they were the main people working on the OG Warzone, or this launch Warzone, then I think we're just going to see a lot of things similar to that. I'm sure they're going to try to innovate little things here and there, but overall I expect to see a map similar to Verdansk. And I know some people were saying there's going to be a map that's kind of like that middle ground between Warzone and Black Ops maps that I so wish was the case, but honestly I just don't think that's going to be the case. I think we're just going to see more Verdansk. And if you liked Verdansk and the launch Warzone, then this is probably great news for you, but as once again, for someone who, you know, liked it but didn't play it all that much because it wasn't something I like to replay all that much, yeah, it's not the greatest news, but not the worst news either. And with this kind of brings me to my final conclusion and my overall expectations for this game. And after hearing everything I've said so far, you guys could probably tell what I'm going to say, but really my expectations is that I'm really excited for DMZ, and I think there's a chance Warzone 2 could be good. But besides that, I'm not really high on anything else or even looking forward to anything else. Like, as I said, with multiplayer, I'm pretty sure it's just going to be more of 2019, which I hated. And then campaign, I'm pretty sure it's just going to be a bunch of war crimes committed, but it's okay because the good guys did it. And then Spec Ops is something that exists for who knows what reason. And with that, you guys could probably say that it's maybe low expectations for the overall game, but you know, one thing sounds really cool, or Warzone could be cool, but overall that's just kind of how I'm feeling about this game. But once again, I'd like to ask you guys, what do you guys think about Modern Warfare 2, and what are your expectations? Are they similar to mine, or do you think something else? I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. Regardless though, that's going to wrap it up for me. If you guys did enjoy the video and you found it entertaining in any way, shape, or form, then definitely do all the normal YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, bell, share, and all that great stuff. But I'm going to go, and I'll catch you guys next stream, video, or whatever the heck it may be, and laters guys.